Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be a review of Zombie Flesh Eaters released by Arrow Video on 4K, and I'm going to compare this release to the 4K from Blue Underground. So when this release was announced, it kind of came out of nowhere, and it was a day one purchase for me. I know I've got the Blue Underground 4K, which looks absolutely brilliant, but I knew I had to get this one. I'm a big fan of when Arrow do these big box releases, and I knew when I saw this one in this presentation, I had to go and get it. So that was a no-brainer. This is my favourite horror film of all time, so there was no way I was going to let this one go. Plus, with this web exclusive artwork, it had to be got. I am a huge fan of this cover. Now, as I talked about before on a video, which I'll link down below, I went into a lot more detail of these different releases and my love for this film and the different versions I've got. So I don't want to repeat myself in this video, so I've linked that one down below. If you want a bit more information about my love for zombie flesh eaters in general, check that video out and I've got more info on that one. So in this video, it's going to be a straightforward unboxing. I'm going to show screenshots between the two editions. Now, when I put this one on, I was expecting this one to look as good, but I was expecting the colours to be a bit more cooler, as the Blue Underground one would be a hotter palette, if that makes any sense. I do think that is the case very slightly. This is the closest I've seen between two releases from these companies, because they've done a few ones before between Blue Underground and Arrow. Now, Arrow have used Blue Underground's print for this one, but I think they've done some extra little jiggery pokery to it. I'm not too sure what that is. I haven't watched the film yet, but I will be watching this one first, and then I go back to the next time I watch it, I'll watch the Blue Underground one, and I just go between the two editions because they're both amazing. It's just amazing, and I keep going back to this. When I saw this on my 5th generation copy that I got way back when, and I couldn't make out what was happening at all. The sound was awful. It was just rolling. There was all these dropouts and flashing in the bright colours, the bloods. It was just abysmal, but I knew it was a good film, but I didn't know how good it was until they started bringing out DVDs, Blu-rays, and now the 4Ks. Every time it's come out on a different format, I've been more impressed by the film itself. And that's a testament to the film. That's why it's become my favourite horror film over time. It used to be Dawn of the Dead, but this has surpassed it because I just think that for some reason, the filmmaking on this one is absolutely amazing. I'm not disrespecting Dawn of the Dead at all. Dawn of the Dead is one of the best films you will ever see in your life. But I don't know what it is about this one. It just captivates me. It does look, for me personally, just a little bit cooler than the Blue Underground. Now I'm talking just fractions. Now when I put it on, if you're interested in this, I put it on just to check out the bit rates. Now the bit rates on here, the Arrow one has the higher bit rate. It nearly goes it's round about the hundreds, in most parts, and Blue Underground around about the 80s and the 90s, which is still massive, the bit rate, if you like that sort of thing. My initial thoughts on this were this one, which did I think was going to be the better? Well, it depends on what you like. If you like the bright, really overblown, vibrant colours, you would probably go for the Blue Underground one. Now, don't forget, the Blue Underground one isn't available over here. This is the first time the UK has this on 4K, which I was quite surprised about because the Blue Underground one's been quite hard to get with the slipcover. Now, when you've got this one here for £30, you are getting an extra special set with all the stuff inside it, which makes this, for me, the better version in essence. Now, you will notice that this is a slipcover. It's not an actual box. I always thought that the box would be this, the cover. And I'm going to say I thought it would be like this. You would have this, like I say, this VHS from Michael Witchy. Unbelievable. I thought it would look more or less like that. And it kind of does, but it only in a slipcover form. The slipcover for it makes this box. And if you want to get the newly commissioned artwork, it is in here, as you've seen when I've done it on the overhead. So you've got the best of both worlds. It's an incredible release, and it's really good how they've done that. I've never noticed that before, particularly on an Arrow set where they put a different slipcover on, which will be different from the interior art. So, in a way, if you're on the fence, go for this one because you will get the best version, in my eyes, because you are going to get this amazing cover. Now, this cover is iconic beyond belief. This would make a great poster. Now, sadly, it hasn't got this on a poster, but it has got this included in here. And like I say, this is from the web store exclusive, which is still there. But the one, strangely enough, the one with the newly commissioned art is gone at the moment. So this is the only one you can get. But for me, I find that better. And it's stuffed and packed to the gills with every form of extra you could ever want. But the Blue Underground one has different extras on, as I mentioned before in the previous video. So if you want to get that one, because I think that's coming down in price now with the fact that this come out, I think a lot of people are selling off their zombie. You know, it's still zombie flesh eaters. If you want to know about the whole zombie flesh eaters, the zombie 2, you know, all that type of thing, I'll leave a link to a video I did a while ago, which is trying to explain the between, you know, the zombie 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think there's 8 of them, and how they sit. It's nuts, but get a look at it. It's hard to explain, so I'm not going to bother now. It was hard enough doing it way back when. But if you want to watch it, it's down there. It's a fun watch anyway. But this is, for me, as a collector, especially of Arrow and of Zombie Flesh Eaters, this is just the zenith. If you want the one here, there's an option, as it was on the Blu-ray. If you want to start off with the credits saying Zombie Flesh Eaters or Zombie 2 or Zombie, I think on Blue Underground it only has Zombie because that's the title it was in the US and it wasn't known by anything else. But Zombie Flesh Eaters for me is just an iconic UK title which speaks about this film because basically what you see is what you get. Yeah, zombie and they're eating flesh. So these two sets both have Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos and their sound and look absolutely incredible. HDR10 compatible as well on this one, so you've got everything covered. I still can't believe that this former banned Section 1 Video Nasty is available in this format. The highest format. It's incredible. And to tell you what, this film is that good that when you see it in 4K, it takes it to another level. And when you see Lucio Fulci's films in the highest format, you begin to realize what an absolutely amazing, talented filmmaker he was. Some of the things he puts in his films are things you would never get in any other horror film, and that speaks volumes for him. So to recap, I can't recommend these two versions highly enough. If you want to buy this one now, it's come down in price on eBay. You might get yourself a slip as well, which was really hard to get. This has got exclusive extras on and looks absolutely spectacular. And also this one here, exactly the same. It's got exclusive extras. It's got some new extras on as well. And also you've got this slipcover, which harkens back to the great old days of the VHS Video Nasty stores. And also you've got the newly commissioned artwork in there, as well as them booklets and everything about it is spectacular. So really, really happy that this has come out in this fashion. And Arrow have done another stellar remaster using Blue Underground's previous remaster. So the picture quality on both of these, as I've said, is amazing. The 4K on it is spectacular. It does have a fine layer of grain, which I don't mind. You get a lot of sharpness in the picture when you see the grain, and it's really nice. It's not in your face. Also, the audio is absolutely amazing. Now it's Atmos on both discs, and the Atmos plays on 7.1 surround sound on my setup because I haven't got Atmos, but the sound is incredible. You can just tell when you put it on, when you hear the music at the start, the music is iconic. And as soon as that come on, you think, yeah, I'm in for a treat here. So that's my thoughts on Zombie Flesh Eaters from Arrow. An absolute winner in every way, shape or form. And you might be able to get yourself this one cheaply on eBay as well. So thanks for watching. You take care and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.